Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Map First Impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Hillside Farm. This map can be found over at FSUK, and there will be a link in the description below. And as you can see from the title slide, this map does have mud. Let me read you a little bit more about the map as we get ready. It says, here we have Hillside Farm. This map is set in an English setting in the country of Wiltshire. Very detailed map with added extra foliage, terrains, and textures. Extra animal splines. There's working gates and doors. Map has 30 fields, of which you start with 3. There is a multiple selling points, a small VGA, animal market, machine shop, and the log is error-free. Well, let's go ahead and take a look. This map is not seasons prepared. So if you do play this map with seasons, do note that hay and straw will rot, or will not rot if it's left out in the rain. Let's go ahead and pull up the log. See, we have some animated horses and dogs, and it looks like an animated sheep there. So there we are. It is indeed log error free. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map. So here we are. It's kind of a, I don't know if it's like a third of a regular size map. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's definitely wider than it is tall. We have our standard crops here on the map, and we start by owning fields 11, 2, and very interestingly shaped field 12. Also note, field 15 is fully fertilized from the get-go. We have 3 main sell points for most or all of our crops. Additionally, we did this video on hard mode, and even on hard mode you do start with a fair number of crops in the silo. We also have sell points for wool, wood chips, and manure and slurry. We have multiple sell points for silage, our hay, straw, and grass sell point, and they also take wood pellets, or straw pellets, and hay pellets. Go ahead and pull back here. Here's our starting equipment. As you can see, we've got a fair bit of starting equipment. All of it is owned, none of it is leased. Let's go ahead and take out a loan so we can buy up some animals. And speaking of animals, we have all 3 on this map. We have sheep, pigs, and cows. We do not start with any particular number of animals, and nothing is in the feed troughs. And our silo has a capacity of, is that like 10 million or something? Basically, it's a very large amount. So let's go ahead and take a look at that starting fleet. We start out with 4 tractors that range in horsepower from 143 all the way up to 400 horsepower. We have front loader arms, a bucket, and a bale spike. We've got a skid steer, or not skid steer, a telehandler with a bucket and log fork. We've got the 9380 Massey Ferguson harvester with corn and grain header. We've got a front attached forage harvester. We've got the header trailer for the grain header right there, and a decent sized tipper, a small cultivator, a nice sized seeder. We've got the slurry spreader, a couple weights, side mower, water tank, and looky here, we've got the placeable wood chipper. That's something you often don't see on a map. Let's go ahead and lease up our gator. And let's take a look at the store. Shop is over here, and let's hit reset and see where it goes. Definitely got reset. Reset back to the shop. So there you go. We will be starting from the shop after we do a quick little tour of the farm. But you can see the reset point is back here at the shop. So let's go ahead and take a look around. Got our starting point here. We've got fuel. And around the corner here we have our chickens. Free range, just running around. And we've got eggs scattered all over the place here. We're going to get to play hunt the egg. And also over here we've got a really nice area here. Too bad it doesn't have a repair trigger on it. Got a tractor, and here's our harvester and our grain header. Backed up into here. Go ahead and look around this way. Taking us over to field 2, which is one of the fields that we own. Around the corner here. Storage shed. Here's our slurry applicator, nice and dirtied up. Slurry fill point for our cows. And speaking of our cows, they are right here. Let's go ahead and pick us up a few. Here they are. So here we've got our big feed trough for silage. And of course our straw trigger is in there. Then through the gate here, we have our water trough and our grass trough for our cows. And we can see the change in texture here. We do indeed have mud back here. Then we've got our water tanker and our small 1455 case, the front loader bucket and arms. It's our mower. It's our bale spike or pallet forks. I forget which one it was. And our manure pile is going to be right here. So down here is a nice sized slurry, or not slurry, but silage pit for our cows. Do note that we do have what appears to be mud here on the hillside, so it may be rather interesting to level the silage. Here we have seed or fertilizer fill points, I believe it is. And this is just kind of the backside area for the cows. Let's run around the side here because our silo is around the side. Got cultivator, a seeder. Here's our seed fill point. There's our set of mowers. And interesting enough, some of this stuff starts out dirty, as you can see. You don't start out with pristinely clean equipment. Some of the equipment is clean, some of it is fairly dirtied. Here we have our silo with our fill out pipe. And this is where we back in to dump our grain. We're going to be dumping your grain into there. Alright, let's run around and take a look at our pigs now. Got some more storage. And let me show you this field here, field 12. Because the pigs are right there down around by it. But before that, let's check out field 10. Field 10 is 6.48 hectares, $525,000. So the pigs are around the corner here. And here we are to our pig area. Open up our gate so we can buy up some pigs. All right, and as you can see, we have our water and feed trough. Feed trough here, water trough here for our pigs. Go ahead and close up the gate. And you can see we have our manure and our liquid slurry pile there. And I wonder if this is a water trigger. Is not, just a decoration. So let's take a look at field 12. This is field 12. It's a rather interesting deal. This field 12 kind of wraps around here to the back of this building. That's not the interesting part. Field 12 extends through this little narrow passage up to another little patch right here. That is the kind of the interesting part of field 12. All right, now our sheep are kind of a little bit of a run down here, but we're just going to go ahead and run here to our sheep. This is the right. No, this is the road we need to take to get to our sheep. First, let's look at field number 3, 2.93 hectares, $236,000. And we've got this nice grass area here that we can make use of to get some hay for our sheep or grass for our sheep. But the sheep are down this way. Nice little path worn in the grass here. Down this hill. Got another little grassy area there. And here we are to the sheep area. Go ahead and open up our gate. And buy us up a couple sheep. Here we are. Sheep out here. And we've got our feed trough and our water trough up here around the front. And I am assuming, I haven't checked in the map itself, but I'm guessing that our wool is going to spawn in this area right here. So that is the farm, basically. That is this area here. We're going to go ahead and jump to the shop and get in our gator and explore the rest of the map. So the first thing you note here at the shop is the decorations. We've got big posters up here along the walls. We've got sales guys and customers just maybe perusing the shop here. That's rather interesting. We got some things out here on display. Pretty cool. Really does look like a realistic shop. We've got here a nice tipper here, sitting here in this on this pad, and we've got big banners still around the front here. Wow, we got a potato planter, some jacks, some jack stands, toolboxes. That is. Hello. Oh, hey, how are you doing? We got a. See, we could take this up here to the counter. Put it down. You take this up here to the counter and say, "Hey, I would like to buy that, please. Can you mind selling it to me?" And it goes around on the back here. Got the repair trigger is back here, and you know, we've got quite a nice shop set up. Even got the little poster of health and safety. If it was a U.S. map, it would be the OSHA. But here we have the COSH, Health and Safety. So this is really nicely decorated and set up. Alright, let's go around and get in the gator and let's start exploring the rest of the place. Alright, so really we have the map is kind of most of the action is going on here. Where's the road out? There it is. Most of this action is over here on this side of the map. It's kind of rearrange our cameras and such. As you can see, we do have traffic on the map, and it can be quite heavy at times. The traffic, that is. Going up here and check out our BGA. So as soon as we come through the BGA, we go over the scale, and we've got one huge BGA or silage pit here at the BGA, and then we have our Silo King, and we have an in-ground dump for our Silo King, and then we have our slurry trigger over here. Pretty basic and everything, but still very functional. Looks like we've got I think I saw somebody. Yep, we got people walking through the doors and everything. That's pretty neat. Oh, they're going into that that's supposedly set up as an office or a secret. I guess this is the way station. So you got people walking between the way station and the office building there. That's pretty neat. Got a sign. What's our sign say? Let's just go ahead and go this way. Turn on in over here. Here we've got a manure buy point to buy our excess manure. Got extra buildings in here. And here we have one of the hay, straw, and grass sell points, as we do have a spot to sell our chicken eggs. Let's check out little field 22 here. Field 22 is 0.5 hectares, $44,000. Got ourselves some static and some animated horses in here. Pretty neat. All right. Up here we have our fuel point. Got some shops here along the road. And let's move on in here to the Brook Bakery. And this particular sell point is a back in and dump type deal. Right there you go. If we continued down this road here, it would basically end. The road dips off here and ends at a tunnel. Let's go ahead and this way and pull into here. This is our animal buy point. Got a nice little breakfast shop set up. And this is where we go to buy us up some animals. We got pigs, sheep, and cows all at one spot. rather loud area to be hanging out, that's for sure. All right. Let's see here. Looks like there's 2 things here. Let's head on up this way. Oh, this is a dead end. Dead end for me. Back on around. Welcome to Brook. Need to go up here and make a left. Continue to explore the map. Whoa. There we go. This is a manure buy point. Off to our left is one of the forested areas, and I'm going to actually turn on in there if I can, because I want to show you one of those. So the way they are decorated up is really, really nice. I think so. Here we have another sell point through the scale, and here we have a sign. A wool sell point is in here. There we are. And field 24. It's not a bad sized little field. Almost 1 hectare, $80,000. There's the animated sheep we saw load up. Pretty tight little area in here. You're not going to be coming in here with a probably with a semi-trailer. Let's go on down here and check out this sell point. Classic grain. And we have to drive through a scale. And where we have our sell point is right here. So we just come up here and tip into this general area, it appears, to sell our grain. You have plenty of space back here if we're going to use this for other implement storage, should we run out of space at the farm, for example. This said one way, but I do not see a option to get out of here any other direction. Let's take a look here and figure out which way we're going to want to go this time. Alright, well, I think we're going to go this way and head on up around this direction. It's a nice, it's an interesting potato field there. Kind of a long field with slants. Have places the Alps. So they make a little ice cream dealer. If you look over here to our right, this is actually our main farm. Right there. There's field 12, the one that has that little passage through. There's our pigs down there. Once again, paying attention to where I'm going. I think I have somehow managed to get this thing stuck. So check out the way to get into this field here. This is Woodland Farm. Come up here, go around this bridge, and this is how we can get into field 26. Is that big potato field. 2.41 hectares, $195,000. But if we continue on this road, it will take us to a sell point. We have animated, I think they're animated. Yeah, there we got some animated cows here on this farm. Very nice. I like that they're using animated farm animals as opposed to static farm animals for the non-player farms. Our sell point is right on down here. Just back on into here, and there's your sell point. Right, and let's check out that field. So we got lots of nice, interestingly shaped fields here. Very organic shapes. Is what I usually say. 1.1 hectares, $89,000. But I like to call these fields kind of organic, in the way that they just ebb and flow with the terrain and everything. Definitely not the cookie cutter square or rectangularly stamped out fields. And check out this forested area. This is one of the forested spaces. And I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit and drive around this way to show you how it's been landscaped out and everything. It really flows and works very well, in my opinion. Use this road to get down here to this particular field. The sawmill is just over here. We have to kind of do a little bit of a cutback road in order to get to it. The sawmill is coming up here. It's directly to our left. Down there is the sawmill, and right there to our left is the road we have to go down to in order to get to the sawmill. So you're not going to be bringing, you might have some difficulty bringing large trailer loads of logs. Probably going to bring maybe logs on a straight truck or on a very small trailer. Got some cutbacks here. Some mud. And this road here will take you up to, it'll take you back to the main pig area. That road there will. Here we have Sawmill. So we have here, this is the sell point for logs and timber, it says. But I don't know if there's necessarily a way to produce timber. Coming around the back side of the sawmill right now, or the timber sell point. And we have our area to sell wood chips. And then we have what we would typically have our area to sell logs is covered up with trucks, but we've got our mill pond right here. And let's go up and drive through this wooded area. I said I was going to drive through one of these wooded areas because I think they did a really good job in attending to detail with these. Kind of just take this road around. Got mud, but it's not super dense or thick, if you will. So that was kind of one way. Let's turn around and loop the other direction. Got some little pockets of forestry, not giant forests by any stretch of the imagination, but plenty of forestry for the casual lumberjack, for sure. It's all on, you know, these hillsides and everything. Really interesting the way these roads have been cut in with the rock faces. And here is the placeable wood chipper and our telehandler. So there's that. Just look out over this countryside. So what is directly in front of us? That must just be some a non-player farm. That's definitely not our farm. Look at that. It's just really nice views across here. Look at that. This field just goes up on the hillside like that. Very nice. I like how these hills or these fields are flowing. Like I said, very organic feeling. That is pretty much the map, everybody. I mean, other than looking at the various fields and everything, let's go ahead and check out Field 29, which is clearly the biggest field on the map. And Field 29 is 8 hectares, $648,000. So that's the biggest field on the map is 8 hectares. Lots of them are probably in the 5 to 6 range. That one's 3.5. Field 7. 1 is 4.3. Field 3 is almost 3. So lots of them are between the 3 and 5 hectare range, just as a frame of reference. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of the map, and that is Hillside Farm. Again, it is available over at FSUK, and there will be a link in my description to the map itself. Until next time, happy farming.